Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube, is what it says. So I think we might have made it here. We'll see.
We live?
I think we might be. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a few seconds here. Yep, we're on it. We did it.
All right. Good.
Did it. It only took me 2 tries that time. I'm getting better at this. So I'm super excited. So as people are going to jump on, I know people are going to get jumping on here. We have Mark from CoCo Rum.
Yeah, baby.
So welcome, Mark.
Right here, check it out.
Thanks, guys.
Super excited to dive into more about your product, how you got here, what you're doing, what the future holds. This is the #1 canned cocktail on Just Drinking of all time. It is the best we've ever had, and I cannot believe we're sitting here getting to do this. It's going to be so much fun.
Exactly. We've had off camera, we've had a lot of canned cocktails through the years, and this one is very special.
Thank you.
It really, I mean, again, this is what we're talking about tonight. Mark is he's the brains behind it. He's the Imagineer behind it. He's the man that made this happen.
He's also the security guy. He'll beat you up, so you gotta be careful.
Yep.
Wear the mask and just beat everyone up.
Beat everybody up. Yeah. You don't steal it, okay?
Wasn't me.
You get beat up by the buff mouse running around.
Yeah. Well, I can't take all the credit, though. I got to tell you, I do have a partner in crime. His name's Av as well. So between the two of us, we are the original hard coconut water guys. So super excited to chat with you guys as always.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. Yes. You gotta tell them thank you from us too, because all the things you guys are killing it. This is such a fun thing.
It's so fun to see your company grow and expand. We were talking a little bit before the show here right now, and you're getting all kinds of pictures and stuff from where at? That they were.
Oh, geez, Corpus Christi. We've got this crew in Corpus Christi, Texas, that are just blowing it up and living the cocoa life.
Pictures of drinking CoCo Rum, right?
Crushing cocos everywhere, and it's so fun. I think that's the most exciting part about this brand now is it's taken a life of its own with people out partying and enjoying life with it, and living up to what we created, which was the whole idea was an escape at the end of the day. Rum, coconut water, it's the perfect escape. Yeah,
I love that. That is just so awesome. I'm super pumped. So our journey is crazy, right? So we experienced it and we just couldn't believe it, right? We got this in and we just couldn't believe that how good it was, right? We've had canned cocktails and we know, you get the stuff and it's just got this, I don't want to know if I can put a word on it, but it's this bland kind of flavor that goes with a lot of cocktails. And I think it's just some of the preservatives in there, it just stales it out, it becomes stale.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't taste real, right?
It doesn't, right? It's messed up.
Over flavored and fake and
100%. Yeah. And then you crack open one of these and you sip it and you're like, that literally feels like somebody just took a really nice rum and coconut water and put it into a glass on ice and drank it. That's what it feels like. Yeah. That's why we can't speak high enough about it, because it's just super delicious.
Very good.
Thank you.
So if everyone watching wants to check out how to get their own CoCo Rum or CoCo vodkas, right? All you have to do is check them out at their website, enjoycoco.com.
Boom.
Right?
The plug.
In fact, if you're lucky enough to have one of these cans, their website is actually on the back.
Bam.
Too.
That's the real reason you need to buy
them.
So you know how to buy more. It's really the most helpful part on the can.
So we only have a couple left right now.
I know you guys have rationed a few cans.
We're gonna crack them both open. Oh, we're gonna have to share one.
We're not sharing. I'm not sharing.
I get my own. All right.
We'll get you some more. You guys each get your own.
This part of the show is brought to you by CoCo. You like that? There it is. That's great.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Yes. Let's see how it tastes.
It's just wonderful.
It's so refreshing.
It is. It's just a refreshing cocktail. I can picture myself out on the beach, the nice sunny day, and I'm just kicking back, having one of these.
I'm picturing us out on a boat. The weather's kind of windy. You get pushed off the boat, and your share of the rum just ends up with me.
Nice. Yeah, thanks.
It's just how I see it happening. I don't know. But so we're going to get into it a little bit deeper, Mark. I want to ask you some questions. Yeah. So everybody knows watching, we can see your comments. welcome everyone.
Yes.
We appreciate those thumbs ups. You guys are the best for it. As we get into this, if you guys have questions along the way, anything that you want to ask Mark, just throw it into the comments. We'll relay it over. He is an open book, is what he's told us. So feel
wide
free
open tonight, just for you guys.
think of everything you can. So shout out to everyone who's here. John Hasbrock did make it tonight.
John's here.
Oh, hey, all right.
So
John, how are you doing? Good.
So let's kick this off, Mark. Yeah. Where did CoCo Rum start? How did this even begin?
Yeah. What was
the back end of it, believe it or not, it started with bourbon. So my business partner Av and I, we actually were in the bourbon. We were the first two Canadian guys to actually go start a bourbon in the US. So we partnered with a group in Minnesota, and we had a lot of fun building that brand out. But we were drinking lots of bourbon, and the next day we would drink coconut water to stay hydrated.
Sure.
And bourbon's a tough business. I think bourbon is what you do when you have all this money and you're like, let's make a bourbon. And that wasn't us. So we liked the idea of the can space, and we saw the value that coconut water was just booming. People already knew the benefits of coconut water with the hydration, the natural electrolytes and essential nutrients. So like we had that moment that we were like, why don't we put alcohol and coconut water in a can so people can stay hydrated when they're partying? And that's what we did. And we mixed coconut water with rum, and obviously that tasted great. And then we tried it with vodka, and surprisingly that tasted amazing as well. And we were off to the races from there. We stopped making bourbon, went straight all in on CoCo vodka and CoCo Rum, and didn't look back. Didn't even look back.
What year did you start? What year did you start the process?
Yeah,
in this?
2018 is when we started playing around with the idea. We made our first batch in 2019, September. The worst time to make a product because no one's taking any new product on in September. So we learned that lesson. We made it all in New York. And then, we decided, hey, we're going to attack the US and make it big there. And then the pandemic came along and no one wanted to take on a new brand. So we just kept persisting forward. We were sending samples out. No one had ever heard of a hard coconut water. They heard of vodka sodas and seltzers. And we're like, well, it's not a seltzer. We use real vodka, real rum. And then gradually we got our first order from New Hampshire, and it blew up from there. Within a year, we were in 20 states and 5 provinces. And now we're in 28 states and 6 provinces. So it's been a wild ride in just a couple years. And it's a wild journey. Yeah.
Super awesome.
I mean, that says a lot about the product itself, because I mean, it's one thing, to buy something unique. You might go to the store, you might see this sitting on the shelf, and you'll be like, well, that looks interesting. Maybe I'll try this. So you buy one box, right? You take it home, and
it's game over.
Yeah, a lot of companies, it's like they're done because it wasn't that good. This one here, though, what that's saying is people are buying this and they're coming back and they're buying it again.
The best part. That's it. You nailed it. That's our biggest challenge is that they don't replenish the shelves quick enough. So when people are coming back, they're not replenishing the shelves quick enough,
right?
Which is that's a good problem to have.
That is a good problem.
But still, one you got to be creative about conquering.
Yeah, that's right.
So, are you having trouble getting product produced to get to the stores, to the retailers that are selling the product for you? Are you having trouble keeping up with the demand?
Yeah, we're good now. It was very tough during the COVID thing, because we're importing our coconut water from Indonesia. Our rum comes from Puerto Rico. We have all these ingredients and boxes and cartons and trays, like everything coming together in cans.
So you're using actual, I want to make sure I understand, you're using actual rum from Puerto Rico, right? Because from what 100%. I understand, I mean, there are other canned cocktails out there that just use
malt.
It's not even like
it's got a little bit of rum in it, right? They add it so it can be called rum.
Yeah.
And then it's got a whole lot of other stuff in it.
A whole lot of other stuff in there.
I'm so glad you guys mentioned that, because so many consumers don't know that. Yeah. Even tequila, right? Tequila is one of the biggest sodas right now. And I'm like, how are they putting so much tequila in these things? There's no way. Tequila is so expensive. And then if you look at the back of the can and it says tequila and then it says alcohol. So they're just putting like a drop of tequila in with tequila flavoring. So you got to be careful as a consumer, even as rum grows in popularity, that there's actual rum in there, that they don't add rum plus alcohol. So ours is rum. Ours is white premium rum.
Man, I haven't said it enough on this show, is that honesty, on authenticity, like being transparent is everything. And the moment consumers find out that you are duping them basically on a fake product that isn't what they say it is, you lose everything.
Well, you lose the respect.
So
I mean, of the patron.
It is just crazy to hear that how this is going on, and I'm super pumped. Like, you guys obviously doing this the right way. How much you've grown. Good things ahead. Like, that's the way it should be done, and I love that.
Yeah,
doing it the right way, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
If I'm and I've been drinking this for a long time. So I can tell you, I still to this day, this is my go-to. It's just so refreshing and natural, and it's low carbonation too, right? So that's another thing that we've got an advantage of, is so you don't get that bloat feeling when you're drinking them,
right?
So where you get that from malt, you get that from some of these beers and seltzers, not from our product.
That is one of the biggest reasons I don't like it, is just like I feel so bubbly and bloated after I have like two, and I'm like, I don't want to keep doing this.
See, I used to be a big beer drinker before I came to the rum world of things. I was a big beer drinker, and as I got older, it's just like, I could have maybe 2 beers, and I felt horrible and felt bloated and everything else.
Yeah,
it's like, so found rum. That's been
the best, right?
Smooth, me, right? And so then we found this. We met you down in Miami last year, right?
Yeah.
And we tried it, fell in love with this stuff. Really loved it. So
I love that too. We're keeping all the rum drinkers hydrated. So when you're drinking your heavy stuff, that's cool, and you can mix it up with a CoCo Rum every now and then.
Have one of these in between.
So you can actually
stay hydrated.
You can actually do this. You can.
Yeah. You can mix.
Is this freezable? Can you freeze these into cubes?
Oh,
you can. We've had people freeze them into cubes and then put them in to other drinks. We've had people do slushies, everything. Yeah. We actually did a CoCo cocktail challenge, because we know a lot of drinks, they are what they are in a can, and ours is great in a can. You can just drink these as they are. But we did this CoCo cocktail challenge when we started, to try to create some buzz about, how could you get creative with a can? And we had like over 100 submissions of people making all sorts of different. That's actually how we came up with the idea of the mojito. So we just launched the mojito.
Oh,
and it was from people taking the CoCo Rum and mixing in lime and mints and grinding it all up, and we're like, wow, mojito, that would be great in a can. So
they were taking your canned cocktail and they were making another cocktail with it.
That's right. They were making their own mojitos. They were making their own rum punches, mimosas. You can make a rum mimosa with this. So you literally pour this in a can with a little bit of orange juice, and
nice.
The everyday mimosa is what we call it. You can have that any day.
Everyday mimosas. I love it. That is awesome. Yeah. So we got a mojito now. We have the CoCo Rum.
Yeah. So when did you come out with a mojito?
We literally just launched it about a month ago.
So it's brand new.
It's brand new. It's in 10 states.
Brand new.
Yeah. You can catch it in Florida, Texas.
I want to just take a minute and talk about, some opportunities for some of the people that are watching right now, that we've got this rum club.
That's right.
Right? We've got this rum club.
Yeah.
And we've kind of had some discussions with Mark about doing a live virtual tasting with our rum club members.
And Mark said it's a crime that every one of your members hasn't tried our product yet.
And he's going to solve that problem.
And so he's fixing it. And he's planning on sending out both if I'm right here, the mojito and the CoCo.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah. They're going to get both.
That's amazing. So you guys are going to get a chance.
We might even sneak in a Dead Mouse Coca Vodka as well.
So I was going to touch on this. So obviously rum isn't your only product, right?
Rum is not your only product.
You've got some vodka products. So why don't you I know I think this might be a first. For the first time ever, we're going to talk about vodka on this channel for real.
We're getting crazy now, guys.
We don't want to scare
pressure.
Don't want to scare everybody. This is not becoming a vodka channel, even though we're going to talk about vodka. All right.
So why don't you run us through a little bit of some of your other products that you have going on?
Yeah. So obviously, rum and coconuts just go hand in hand. But the most unassuming one is probably the cocoa vodka because, vodka is a popular spirit, but no one really thinks of coconut water and vodka. But that ended up being the home run at the beginning, because people were more of a vodka-based drinker, so they naturally gravitated to the cocoa vodka. We've got a lime version of it. We got a pineapple version of it. And then as of this year, we did a partnership with Dead Mouse, and now we've got a limited edition Dead Mouse version of Cocoa Vodka.
Nice.
And wildly enough, that one also is won the best vodka RTD from the San Francisco Spirits Awards in 2022. There was over 600 vodka in a can submissions, and we won that one, which is wild. And I can tell we didn't beat them off.
Cool,
like it wasn't because we had more money. Like, they had deep pockets. So if it was a place where you could pay people, we would have definitely lost that. But they're true to their word and the quality of what they select. And yeah, we were excited. We won that one in 2022.
That's super cool.
That's so cool.
So
you gotta be so proud.
You have this partnership with Dead Mouse. So like,
yeah.
He just like best friends with you guys now? Is he just running around the distillery, just hanging out with you guys all the time?
I wish. He's such a busy guy. I think that's what we love about Dead Mouse. His name's Joel. He is just a hardworking, authentic guy. At the end of the day, you have your celebrities, you have your music people. Authenticity usually goes to the wayside as they get bigger. He's literally like the biggest EDM DJ in the world and producer. And he has his own record label now that he helps up and coming DJs. Just an amazing guy. So I met Joel 3 years ago when he did a post on Instagram, and his fridge was full of Coronas. And he's like, "Oh, my fridge game is strong." And I just did a random comment on that post. I said, "Your fridge game isn't that strong unless you have Cocoa Vodka in it." And he's like, "Oh, Cocoa Vodka, why don't you bring it over to the house?" And so I showed up naturally early because I wanted to meet Joel and hang out with him. And we had our first CoCo Rum and Cocoa Vodka together, and that would have been 2 summers ago. We got talking, and we said, it would be fun to do a partnership together, get into the crowd, the EDM crowd. They're partying really hard. It would be great to keep them hydrated while they're drinking. So we did the partnership in November. We announced it last year, and we hit the market with his limited edition can this year. So it's been pretty wild.
That is awesome.
That is so
cool.
I love that.
Wow.
Man, you're just doing it all, everything.
Crazy. Yeah.
So when's Coco Gin coming out?
Never.
It's so funny. That's one that people asked about, but it didn't taste as good. And the other one that everyone's always like, "What about the tequila? Where's the tequila? We're obsessed with tequila." And I said, no, like vodka and rum is our thing. We know that rum's on its way up as well, and there's just so much we can play within those two spirits.
Again,
I love
look
that.
at that bar back there, right?
I freaking love that. I can't say it enough. Is rum is on the rise. It's been rising. It's coming up, and it's going to take its throne back. And I'm so excited for when that day comes. You guys are nailing it there. I love that. That's amazing.
Think of all the cocktails that you can make with rum alone. Like, there's so many great cocktails, right? We're just scratching the surface with the mojito, but we have 2 other ones already made that we're hoping to launch in the next probably 18 months. So
sweet. I love that. And that, touching on that, it is so versatile. So you have so many flavors, and that was actually my next question is there a future plan of rum drinks? You already answered it. And so I love that.
We have 2, and I mean, when you have the original, you just like, it can't get any better. It's delicious. But then we make the mojito, and you're like, wow, that's also really good. And these other 2 are just as good, if not maybe even better than our original. So it's really cool that we're not a company that's just going to put something in the market to take up shelf space or to look cool on the shelf. Unless we all love it, then there's no point in making it. And we're very excited about those other 2 as well.
That is really awesome.
But you're probably not ready to disclose what those drinks are yet, right?
No. You guys can take some wild guesses.
Fine.
Not yet.
That's fine.
Not live on the YouTube.
We appreciate it.
It's fine. After it's over, we'll end it, and then you can tell us.
I'll tell you what, I'll have some samples made, so the next time I see you guys in Miami, we'll do a little taste test.
Yes, we're ready for that.
We'll see. If it's love at first sip, then we'll make it next year.
Oh, I can't wait. I love
Sounds
that.
good.
That's awesome.
So I do have a question about the cocoa vodkas. Which expression of the cocoa vodka is your favorite?
I love the original.
You love the original.
It's simple. 20% of the can in all of our cans is real coconut water. We use triple distilled vodka that we make in New York. We also make it here in Canada, in Toronto. And then it's just a splash of sparkling water. So it's really, really easy drinking. We do add cane sugar. We add 2 grams of cane sugar. We went with the real stuff. We didn't want any weird aftertaste or sweetener effect in there. Nice. And yeah, I think there's a reason why it won Best Vodka RTD. It's really tried and true.
I mean, I just want to try it now.
So this brings up another question too. So I love it. So you said, like, obviously you're sourcing in, like, you're figuring out what rum, vodka. How did you go through the process of what you chose? You know, what kinds of rums here were you looking at? Like, how did you choose that?
Rum is so diverse. It's like scotches and bourbons. You can mix up the different levels of spices, and so we knew we didn't want a spicy rum. We wanted something that brought out the flavor of the coconut water. So, and darker rums typically have a bit more of a caramel note to it. It's got a bit more of a sweetness, and we wanted to make sure it wasn't too sweet, because the other thing with a lot of these drinks, a lot of them are too sweet. So you can have 1 or 2, and then you're like, I gotta go to straight rum or straight vodka now, right? So when we decided on the rum, it had to be light, it had to be smooth, it had to have a hint of sweetness, but not overpowering, and it still brought out the coconut water flavor. So and that process in itself is pretty wild. It's you literally in what they call the flavor house. So you bring your little concoction, and they got these scientists, and they test like different levels of sugar and different levels of coconut water, and obviously different rums. So after a bunch of these little shots, you're not really sure what you're drinking. It's you think you've narrowed it down, and then they tell you if you narrow it down to like 3 in the morning, wake up and crack one, and that should be the first sip that you have of your day, even before water, and you'll know exactly which one it is by that. And yeah, that's what we did. And Av and I knew we were like, this is 100% CoCo Rum. This is what we're going to roll with. They create a little formula, and then you're off to the races. Yeah,
that's awesome. I love that.
That's so cool.
Crazy, right? Yeah. So it's always fun. It's always fun to launch a new flavor, because you got to go through the same process, like a little bit of juice, a little less juice, and you just do a bunch of these little shots. You obviously Uber it out of there. No one drives to this place.
That's amazing. So, man, it's just incredible. Yeah. Incredible hearing all of it, everything you're doing. Like, it's all the right way. I can't praise it enough, because it's just, I feel like it's very difficult to find that in rum, especially because it is the Wild West, and they don't have a lot of rules. And so people take advantage of that. And you even mentioned in canned cocktails, there's some Wild West rules there too. And it's very easy for people to manipulate the market and do things that seem like it's something that it's not. So just to know that you guys are doing everything this way is just truly awesome. Everybody needs to know that, like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Something to get behind.
I guess one of the things that I was really impressed with you, Mark, is that you just seemed really super genuine.
Thank you.
When we had the opportunity to hang out with you for a little bit, you were just a super genuine person. I mean, it just doesn't get
you don't see that a lot, especially in this industry. It's here's our drink, the sales pitch, and then they're on to the next one. But I think it's cool. I think the best part about this business is the conversations, the stories, and the escape of enjoying drinks together with people from all around the world, right? And if you can put that in the can, that, like you said, the authenticity and the genuineness. We didn't want to take any shortcuts. Obviously, I could see why big corporate takes shortcuts, because you're going to save a lot of money if you only put maybe 5% coconut water in here instead of 20. But we knew that to have a brand that succeeds, it's got to taste great, and you got to keep people coming back for it. And no better way than making a great product that people coming back for. So
that is super awesome. I love that.
I mean, we're fans for life.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
we're
fans
excited.
for life.
I'm
So
fans of you guys too. Honestly, the moment I met you guys, the energy is so contagious.
So that's the one thing too. It's people. I can't tell you how many times they comment on the show. When are you guys going to drop the act? Why do you act this way? Da 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 da. And then you meet us in person, and this is it.
You guys are the same as your show, which I love. Yeah, and it draws people. Like even wherever you guys are, it slowly a crowd comes around you, which is. I'm sure it's the same thing online. People start gravitating towards the show too, and we're happy
really
to be part of it.
I mean, they just get a load of this, and it just draws in everyone. I mean, really, his contract, he gets paid way more because he draws the attention. Really,
yeah, that's right.
I love it. So kind of talking about everything, and I know you kind of hinted on it a little bit, but future plans, next 5 years, what are you guys looking for? Where are you headed next?
Yeah, I mean, we're just scratching the surface. In the first year of your business, it's really just a test lap. The second year, you go out thinking what like the world, because you survived a year, and then you realize that you totally don't know anything still. So now that we're in our third year, we're making a lot less mistakes. We're very excited about where the growth is happening, and just the following that's following CoCo. It's just so cool to have people tagging us every single day. There's someone drinking a CoCo, which is neat, and tagging us. The fact that fans take time out of their day to take a picture of our can and tag us is just it's really cool. But we're going to expand into a couple of new states. We just launched New York, which we're excited about. We haven't launched Nevada yet. That's on the table for any big distributor that wants to be with a really cool brand. And and this will be the first year that we start expanding into international markets as well.
Really?
We already shipped our first pallet ever to Philippines, so which is kind of cool, because we used to import our coconut water from the Philippines, and now our product is going to the Philippines, which is really cool. So
that's awesome.
And we've got a lot of interest in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And even last night I did a meeting with a big Asian network, so China and stuff, and they love the product. So I think what's cool is coconut water is a global drink that people are enjoying, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So if we can tap into the international market a bit next year, that'd be fun.
I'm just going to say right now, I think you're missing a huge target right here. Okay. I'm going to help you out. Okay. For free. Huge target. You're missing
take notes. Honestly, I always
need to write this down. Okay. So I'm just going to say one word. Okay. Iowa.
Huge
market right there.
Huge market.
Let me make sure I got that correct. Iowa.
Self-proclaimed rum capital of the world.
I heard they got a good bar there full of rum too, so that would be a good place to start. Yeah,
that's right.
Iowa, we could probably make happen. We can make it happen.
I love it. No, I'm super looking forward to having it more readily available. Obviously, I'm already sliding money under the table at you because I'm ready for a pallet to drop in. I love it.
So I think
the first pallet in Iowa.
I'm going to stop and talk with some people and see if we can't get some pallets on order.
Tell them to call us. Yeah. We'd be happy to expand into the rum frontier of Iowa.
And that's one of the things too, for everyone watching, you guys there, like one of the things that people don't realize is that you're the consumer, you have the power. If you go in to your liquor stores, your people, and you start asking for this stuff, if you go in there and say, hey, I heard of this CoCo Rum, I watch it, pull it up, be like, can you guys get this? How do we get this? And then that's how they relay it over to their distributors. And that's where these conversations start. So it's super good.
And it starts with people like you. You got to go out there. You got to ask your bars, your restaurants, your liquor stores, hey, how can I get some of this in?
Yeah, that's right. That really helps. It definitely helps. And it's funny because we'll have fans go to stores and they'll message us saying, no, it's not here. Well, how can I get it? I'm like, just ask them that. The consumer has more power than even the brands.
That's true.
Which is huge. So if you are telling them you want that, they'll bring it in. Yeah.
As consumers, we forget that. We go into a store, what's on the shelf? Oh, this is all I have to choose from. That's it. Right. There is nothing else. No. All you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
Right. Go up to the major and say, hey, I would like to bring some of this in.
I would like to buy some. What do we got to do to bring it in?
How can we make that happen?
We had a fan who fell in love with our product. Same idea. We met him at a hotel. His name's Adam, and he literally became the super fan. And so he would go to like Total Wine, and he'd like go out with like a cart full of CoCo. He would buy every CoCo that was ever at a Total Wine. But because of what he was doing and talking to them, and they'd be like, "Oh, is that product pretty good?" He's like, "Look at, I'm buying shopping carts of it." And then now in a few places in Texas, we have like stacks of CoCo, and awesome. It all started with really a consumer just making a little noise in one of their local stores. So
the consumer can actually make a huge difference for you.
Huge difference. Yeah,
that's one person.
Sure for us. One person.
One person.
It's amazing. I love that.
Right?
So cool. Like I tell people all the time, this channel, this community is the best rum community in the world. And it's not because of us. It's not because of the rums. It's because of the people around it that are invested, asking questions, commenting, sharing, and giving their thoughts and opinions on videos and interacting with it, because that's where people are seeing it. That's what they're reading. The first thing I do on a product when I buy it is I scroll down to the reviews. First thing I do on a video, if I want to see if it's real, is I scroll down to the comments to see if people are confirming it. And that's where you guys have all of the power. We can say whatever we want.
We can.
But it's you guys that ultimately decide whether it's going to succeed or not. And so, it's amazing the power in the front.
The ratings help too, especially with online retail. If you buy it at Total Wine or ABC Liquor or any of your local spots that ship online, if you rate, whenever you get that thing that says, "Hey, how was the shipment and how was the product?" Yeah, those comments make a world of difference. So
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And what's funny is we launched in a government controlled market up here in Canada. And I was always amazed how no one would comment on things. And then our one product, the CoCo Vodka, our cans are bigger in Canada.
Oh wow!
And it was 51 comments. 51 comments on it. I was shocked, and they were like legit comments. There were people from all over the place saying, "Oh my god, I would never comment on a product, but I had to. This thing is great," and that makes a big difference, especially with keeping products in some of these markets as well. Yeah,
that's good to know. I mean, that's good to know, to keep that in mind. Because a lot of times I get too busy to fill out those comments. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't have time for that. X out of that. But so it's good to know, from your perspective, that those actually do make an impact on your business.
100%. They definitely do.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
I have some more good news about CoCo Rum.
I'm ready to hear it. I love good news.
So we got officially, we're a listed product now at Crown Plazas across the USA. So you're going to start seeing CoCo Rum at all the different resorts and hotels with the Crown Plaza. And
that is awesome.
Yeah, we just found that out like last week. And that's kind of cool because during the pandemic, it was really retail. It was the only place you can get product. Right. And now we're getting back to life, and that's a huge win for CoCo Rum as well. So if any of your fans go to Crown Plaza, make sure you ask for it there. Yeah,
that's awesome, Mark.
That is super cool. So it's just going to be in like their bars and stuff everywhere.
Bars, pools. It'll be a listed product on their menus. Maybe some of the grab and go. Some of the hotels have that. So,
Royer, give me your credit card. Time to book a vacation.
Book a hotel.
Book a hotel.
You gotta book a hotel just so that we can get some CoCo Rum.
You remember the tab in Miami? It's time to pay it forward.
That's right.
I love it. That is super cool, man.
That is super cool.
I love it. It just seems like every time we talk to you, you guys have a next thing. You're doing it like it's, something else is happening. You guys are extremely active. Your growth has been phenomenal. And
thank you. Yeah.
I think it's so well deserved. And so it's just so exciting to see you as you guys continue to grow, being a part of that support in any way we can, just to see you guys keep taking off. And, hopefully, this video, our reviews and everything just reach more people so that
we want to help you any way that we can.
They go looking for it.
Seriously.
Appreciate it.
We definitely enjoy the product. We really do.
And if you guys want a chance to try it in our rum club, which the link is not there because this is a live Zoom, I got to add it after the fact. Go to any of our other videos. You can go and click the link to our Patreon and go get hooked up with our rum club. And Mark's going to be shipping out both the mojito and the CoCo Rum.
And maybe another surprise.
Possibly maybe another surprise in there. It's going to get sent out. And
there's likely going to be another surprise. Here's the mojito, just so that I can say that I drank the mojito first on your guys' show.
It happened. That might be the first time somebody else drank something first on our show too. Yeah. Dang, got all kinds of firsts happening here.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. As we wrap up here, Fred says thank you for being here tonight. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. We know you're a busy man, and we appreciate you taking some time out to talk with us and all the people that are joining us.
Absolutely. Is there anything we missed here that you want to touch on that we didn't ask you about, or anything you want to highlight, or do we hit it?
I think you guys rock. I think I just love the natural flow of a conversation with you guys and drinking rum. You know, it was not a far stretch. You twisted my arm. You got me on this call. So
you know, the more rum you drink, the longer and more crazy the conversation gets. I mean, we're gonna start talking about all kinds of weird stuff.
To start hitting the top shelf next time.
Exactly.
There's places that do cocoa bombs, so they'll drop like a shot of rum in there and they chug them like a Jaeger bomb. But they use so they'll literally pour the cocoa rum into a glass. So if you guys do a cocoa bomb later, let me know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gosh, that's awesome. That's such a great idea.
I love that.
Right?
What kind of rum are they using?
Yeah,
everything. Everything, even flavored rums. So like they'll take original and they'll drop like a flavored rum shot. You know, obviously with the vodka, they'll do like a lemon drop shot in it.
Yeah.
So I've made like a tropical bucket with it because I started adding in like some like
we can get your bucket.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Well, I think Royer was wearing that as a hat the other day in our video. I think the live like 1 or 2 episodes ago, Royer's just wearing it on his head as hat wear now. So
love it. It's amazing.
That's fantastic. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. To everybody that jumped in here, thank you so much for hanging out with us here tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for CoCo Rum. Make sure you go to enjoycoco.com. Go see how you can find yourself some, get it ordered, go try it. If you're like, hey, I want to drink it with Mark, I want to hear more, I want to talk to Mark and drink it. Make sure you check out our Patreon, our rum club. He's going to send it out to all the members, and then he's going to join us and drink it all together. It's going to be so much fun.
But if you're going to join, you got to join soon.
Got to join soon.
You
got to put a deadline on that.
You have like 2 days.
You have like 2 days. We'll give you the Saturday.
Yes.
And if by Saturday you haven't joined, you have missed the wagon. So
you have.
You better
Sunday the address list is going out to Mark so that he has time to get the rum products shipped out to all the club members. So
and just to clarify, is everybody just getting a can of the mojito and the
We like to over deliver. So we'll probably be more than 1 can. It's likely going to be 4 packs. That would be my guess.
Let's just
but
wait
we'll see
what happens.
We'll see.
We got.
I'm eager.
See what happens.
I'm just excited.
Get so excited.
Does this thing come in 12 packs?
No. Stop.
The rum. We have a mixer pack of the vodka, but we don't have the rum pack yet.
That's right. You guys do have a mixer pack that's like 12 cans, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do. Yeah, we've got the vodka and the lime, pineapple, and original.
Yeah, that's right.
And
we'll have a rum pack soon.
Enjoycoco.com, guys. Get on the website.
Yeah.
Go see it all.
Enjoycoco.com.
You can just go find it and check it out.
And if you want to see some wild stuff, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Enjoy Coco Life. There's always wild and crazy things going on our social media.
I got to check that out. I haven't been on there yet myself, but I got to check that out.
When's the last time you've been on Instagram? Is that like 2010 or 12?
No, I was on there once last year.
That's so accurate. I love it.
I'm an old guy. What can I say?
I love it. Well, Mark, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Taking out your busy schedule to come drink some rum, hang out, talk about amazing products.
Thanks, guys.
We support you 100% completely. And we'll do everything we can to let everyone know how delicious it is. We're looking forward to drinking in the rum club with you. Super excited for that. and just excited to see all the things you guys are doing and what's coming next for you. Big things are ahead, and
we're excited for you.
You guys are climbing mountains. It's going to be amazing.
And Iowa, we'll be there.
Iowa, we're going to get here.
Yes.
I love it.
We'll try and make
all right.
I can't wait.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you guys and your community, and yeah, look forward to having some drinks with you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Well, with that being said, Royer, we wrapped it all up. Let's get everyone home safe.
Always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive, and no rums were harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you.